welcome, welcome. And I'm so happy to have you here. And if you've been waiting, I am very, very grateful that you are here. Now, I really wanted to introduce you to the chicks tonight. And I say Inky Chicks because I do have a, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not doing this on my ordinary page. I've done that before. That's been not good because I've got comments from people that have said, what am I doing? So anyway, I'm going to stand up and do this. Let's see. I wanted to introduce you to, I don't know if you were doing Stampin' Up! Way back in 2017. Well, it's not that far. It's only, 3 years now. But in celebration, we had this stamp set. It was fantastic. I loved it because we have chickens, and it was perfect for me because I could create cards replicating some of our chickens. We have one like this with a little tuffet on top that we've called Hey Hey, and we have some really large heritage chickens that we have got as well. So it was perfect, and so I was quite sad when I saw it go, and very excited to see it back again, and I wanted to share this with you. So let me show you in the book. They did bring out this new stamp set in the mini catalogue, and it is called Hey Birthday Chick, and this was just Hey Chick. Now if you look, they're actually the same chickens, just in different poses. Now the other great thing is they've brought out the dies to go with this as well. So I have popped these on to magnetic sheets to show you, just to make it a bit easier, but there is so much in here. It is amazing. Now I think you're getting the reflection on there. There is Happy Birthday, there's the chicks to cut out, a baby chick. I mean, there's just so many different things for you to layer and create beautiful cards. Hi, Lynette. Hi, honestly, I feel absolutely flustered tonight after all my little trying to get online. So I've gone back to the very old-fashioned way. And I hope it all works out. And thank you so much for your patience. I was just saying there's so much in here, so many dies and things to build up beautiful scenes and layers and things like that. So I just wanted to share a few with you, but honestly, the possibilities are absolutely endless. There's even some mesh here to replicate a mesh around the chicken coop. So let me start. I have done a few things, and I'm going to show you how I have done them. Now I have used this Oh So Ombre paper, which is just gorgeous, and I loved. It didn't have a yellow, but it did have this beautiful beautiful green, which is bright and close to being sort of like a yellow. And these could be little eggs on here even. So I have used that, and I have created a base, and I have stuck a couple of things on, and I wanted to show you how to create these multicolored. Now these are streamers, and this was this funny die in here, which I couldn't figure out initially what it was, and it is to create these streamers. Now I wanted them not to be just one color, I wanted them to be multicolored. So what I did is I got some of the sparkly paper like this. I've just got a scrap here, and I selected a few bright inks that I might quite like to have on a streamer, and I chose Magenta Madness, and I'll give that a bit of a squeeze, put a bit more on there. And I have got Pacific Point. That's a lovely vibrant blue, this Pacific Point. I really like it actually. Oh my gosh, there's a lot in there, isn't there? And I've got Daffodil Delight, which is a bright yellow as well. just add a bit more onto the base. Okay, right, and I have got an aqua paint, and I've chosen the large brush, which is, I just love this brush. It is so wonderful to paint with. And I'm just going to pick up, so always starting, now just push on the push section and get some water down. Now I do want it quite vibrant, so I don't need to worry too much about how much ink I am putting on. So I'm just going to put it in some different places so that when I die cut, I can gather more than one colour. So let's go back. I've got my chamois here somewhere, and I will just use that. Clean my brush. Oh, still feeling a bit flustered. Still feeling a bit flustered after that carry on. Okay, now look at that blue. Isn't that beautiful? And just sort of blend them in a bit so you haven't got dark, very distinct lines. Adding a bit, obviously not on that flower there, but there. Honestly, it's just very, it doesn't matter if you think it doesn't look very stylish, because you're not actually taking any one of these at one time. And then I'm going to grab a bit of the Daffodil Delight and add that in as well. Now, if I add that to the blue, it actually makes a little bit of green. And put some down in the corners. There we go. Now it looks a blobby mess, I know, but what happens, you let that dry, and then, let me shut these. Oh, okay. So when you grab your dye that you're wanting to cut out different shades, etc., you just make sure that when you pop it on that you've got a little bit of every color. And so I've done that. I've let that dry, and then I have die cut I have die cut these, and I have die cut this one just standard, but this one I put on. Now they're called they are called the foam adhesive sheets. These are just sheets. These are like dimensionals, except they're just one big square. Fantastic for cutting something out that you won't be able to fit dimensionals on, and it makes it so easy. Another great time to use them actually is when you're cutting out words like this. So once again, I used the same paper that I'd coloured. I didn't do these ones quite as bright as the one I just did, but the bright would have looked absolutely fantastic with this as well. And then I just need to peel that off and it sticks on. So easy. Now I have cut out a couple of other elements, but first of all I want to show you about how I don't want to get that on the card. Coloured this hay. I call it hay because that is what our chicken that looks like this is called, hay. We name all our gorgeous chickens. They've been so good. They've always laid in their coop, and at the moment they're going off next door into some random places where we can't even find where they're laying. And whoops, there's a bit missed there. And we're getting no eggs. We've got 9 chickens and no eggs. So not the best. There we go. So I decided to colour him. Our hay, as I call him, is black and sort of blacky blue. So I thought I would do those colours. Just a little bit of So, of course, we always think of chickens as being yellow, but in actual fact, they're not really. That our bantams that shavers that we've got, they are sort of an orangey browny colour actually. They're not even yellow, but the chicks are beautiful in yellow. Baby chicks are just gorgeous in yellow. So I'm just adding a bit more. I don't want it too dark, obviously. So I'm just using the blends, and I should be telling you what I'm using. That's light Misty Moonlight, and this is light basic black. So I'm just adding some colours in there. And I'm going to add this as well, which is light Seaside Spray. And I'm going to go over that. Sort of like a bluey back. We've got a beautiful one that we call Tui. And she's a heritage chicken. And she has the most beautiful black with iridescent sort of green in her, and we called her Tui because she just really has those colours of a Tui. She is just beautiful. So I'm going to add a bit more this colour. So basically I'm just playing with colours just to add a bit of depth in that. There we go, a bit of light coming over there. The other friend with your blends I always find I like to have is the white. Now the white is a colour lifter, which is fantastic if you're wanting to add a bit of highlights, or if you've got something that you want to add the sun reflection on or something like that. And I'll show you for example. So it doesn't, you can't see it straight away, but we'll just leave that for a minute and you'll see that the colour will lift up. It's good if you have go over the edges too, I must admit. Right, I'm going to do the Cupcake base in lime green, granny apple green, I should say. Let's do a little bit of dark under there. Oops. And let me see, a bit of light. Oh. It's a party, so you'd have bright colours, wouldn't you? And I'm going to do a purple cupcake icing. Now I start with my dark colours when I colour in with my blends. Not everyone starts that way. A lot of people start with their light and then come back in with their dark. So really it doesn't matter which way you do it. It all looks fantastic at the end. And I often come back in and do a bit of highlight as well. And we will just have a yellow candle, I think. Okay, and then, I forgot to add the crumbs, a bit of colour in the crumbs. So next, I would, oh no, look, I haven't done his feet, poor guy. Let's do a beak and his legs. There we are, gorgeous wee guy. eating his cupcake. They would eat a cupcake too. They eat anything like that. Now, I'm going to try I am going to put some of these things together. I have, now this is the foam pad I was telling you about. As I say, it's just like a really big square of dimensional, fantastic to use for the die cuts, etc. So I have already die cut Hey Hey, and I've also die cut a coupe, and then I just got, it has got, I don't know if you can see, it has got the ridges, etc. The embossing when you cut it out of the windows and the door and the planks. All I did was actually get a sponge and use some soft suede to just go over this to really bring up the patterns and whatnot of the coupe there. Okay, so we've got a coupe, and I've done another chick. I did them yellow, even though, as I said, there's not really yellow chicks. And let's have a look. Let us have a look. I am going to see how we can pop these guys. So this guy needs to be on the ground, obviously. And he can be there. So many wonderful things to choose from. Okay, so I might put that little sign there. And okay, I might put that there. So let's put a bit of glue on this. That's why it's great. You can play around with this and create some fantastic scenes. There is so much in this suite now with both the stamp sets. Just have that as a background piece, I think. And pop that there. Yeah. Let me see. Coupe. Hey Chicks is actually the name that my girlfriend and I, we do a monthly card design class, and we call the Hey Chicks, and it's such a cute name, but we don't look like these guys, but we do send out, we have fantastic designs, 4 kits and a stamp set each month. And we do videos to show you exactly how to make each card. Right, I've only got the little ones. Let's find the big ones. And a couple of dimensionals on here. So as I say, these chicks from the new set actually match the chicks from the other set, just in different poses, which is super cute. I was thinking of doing something with them all lined up. Be quite cool. Let's have a look. This guy can go here. So it's so much fun. I love the colouring stamps where you can colour things in, etc. Okay. Last one. Okay. Getting there. And this guy can go down here on the ground. Eating the cake. It's a party. Okay, and happy birthday. So this is a little sign. I've also sponged the edges with that. And I am going to pop this on here. Happy birthday. And I think I might cut, actually, I think there's a bit, I might do one more. I'll do it, I haven't got my thing here, but I think that needs one more little, maybe one more little thingy there, so I can do that later. And the other thing I cut out was the sack. And I am going to pop that inside. Now, isn't that just super cute? You've got the coop, you've got the happy birthday, you've got the chickens, you've got the mesh in the background. I just think it is so, so cute. Especially for people like me who have chickens. Do like our chickens. Okay. Sack of chicken food. And then these guys are adorable. I just used some of the ombre paper to stamp on. And then die cut. This will be a fun child's card or any person's card actually. Okay, these guys. Going to be a boy and a girl. That's the inside and that's the front. So I really recommend getting this set, to be honest. It's got so much in that you can use for lots of, you can use it without even the chickens, with the beautiful decorations and the happy birthday, etc. It's just the cutest stamp and you can do so much with it. I think I'm going to have so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you once again, those of you who have waited and got through my flustered attempts at getting on initially. So I will be back again next Wednesday, and I so hope that technology is super kind to me, because it really does leave you quite flustered. So take care, everybody. Love to see what you do with this, and I will see you again next week. Bye.